Good morning, friends. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be a 6 easy and healthy dinner meals. If you are new, welcome. My name is Lesli. If you are here from Jacqueline's channel, welcome. My name is Lesli. I am a mother of 2 and I create lifestyle motherhood videos as well as grocery hauls. So here I am introducing Jacqueline. This is a collab with her channel, Cozy Home. My friend Jacqueline is plant-based, so she will have another video over for you guys. I just showed you her social media here on YouTube and Instagram, so be sure to check her out. I'll also link her channel down in the description box. But here we are moving very quickly into this meal that we are preparing. This is a soup, Sopita aguada. If you're Latino, you know what that is. Otherwise, it's just a tomato pasta soup. This is definitely very different than how we make it traditionally in Mexico, but it is something we grew up with and my mom has made for my children as well. And I've just modified it to meet more of our needs or to give it more of a nutritional value. So one of the things that I do is that I add 2 types of veggies. I add celery stalk, carrots, and I also make sure that the pasta that I'm using is a nutrient-dense pasta. So here you'll see it is a chickpea pasta. It is organic. It is called the RISONI. It is something that I that I buy at Trader Joe's, but you can buy this type of pasta anywhere else, such as Whole Foods, possibly Costco, depending on your Costco. So here I'm just going to move on to toasting the pasta. Now it is very important that you're careful with this because it toasts very quickly, but this is part of the key of making this soup is you have to toast your pasta in oil. Once you've blended all of the ingredients that I showed you initially, you're going to want to pour that over into your pasta and cover it and allow it to simmer. Once it starts to simmer just a tad, you want to add the celery and the carrots. This pasta may need to boil probably for about 10 to 15 minutes. Definitely check it and make sure that it's a little bit over al dente. And so next up, we're going to move on to the toppings. You'll see that for everything or for toppings on most of these meals, we use feta cheese and avocado. We eat avocado daily. It has a high nutritional value and it has really good fats and oils for your body that your body actually needs. We also use the feta cheese from Trader Joe's. Feta is just the type of, or like a style of cheese, but the one that we use is a sheep's milk feta, and we really love it. It's super salty but super yummy, and it really changes up every meal every time that we use it. So that's all I'm using for toppings. You can use any cheese of your choice, and it is a very nutrients dense meal, and this is absolutely toddler approved. The next meal we are moving on to is my taco soup that I've been making for several years. I've definitely taken some of these recipes from Pinterest as far as the taco soup, and I've combined a lot of different recipes until I found something that met our needs and my family's needs. So the first thing that I'm pointing out here to you guys is be sure that any garlic that you buy has the root. And if you want to know and learn more about that, definitely be sure to watch my latest grocery haul. For this recipe, I will be using 1.5 pounds of organic ground turkey, but you can definitely use ground beef. I just don't eat red meat, and that's why we cook with turkey a lot. You'll see here that the taco seasoning that I'm using is a Siete brand taco seasoning. Be sure that when you purchase your taco seasoning, you look at the back of the ingredients. You'll be surprised that there's a lot more than just spices in it. There's usually anti-caking agents, chemicals, and fillers, and I really recommend you looking at the ingredients. If you really want to be on the safe side, you can make your own taco seasoning, look up a recipe on Google or Pinterest, or you can just buy the Siete brand one. This package is about $2.99, and I tend to just buy it on sale at Whole Foods. Next up, I'm adding some of the ingredients. I just chopped up my tomato. I'm now adding canned beans, canned corn, and the bell peppers. You can use fresh bell peppers, but organic fresh bell peppers are very expensive, and they are part of the Dirty Dozen, so they do have to be organic. So I just buy the frozen ones from Whole Foods, and it's a really good deal. I think it's $2 for that bag. I'm using a red and a blue taco seasoning because the blue one doesn't have any spice to it and the red one does. So I'm using a mixture of both because this meal is also toddler approved. Here I'm getting my toppings ready. Of course, we're going to top it with avocado. Surprise, surprise. I told you how much we love avocado here. Here you can top this with sour cream. I'm doing it with plain Greek yogurt, but feel free to use any sour cream and topping of your choice. Ideally, you want to use more of a cheddar cheese, but I didn't have that on hand here. Next up is our butter garlic shrimp bowl. You'll see that a lot of the meals that I make, I just make bowls out of them, and it's just easier. I like healthy meals, but also that are easy to make because I'm not very good in the kitchen, and you'll probably notice that a lot through my lack of chopping skills, etc., etc. So what I'm doing here is I'm just using this Kerrygold butter, which, by the way, I highly, highly recommend this butter. It is not 100% perfect, but is very close to being one of the cleanest in the market right now. I know that there's a bunch others that are coming out, but I haven't done any research on them, so I can't yet recommend. I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder on top of the chopped garlic that I already added. So you want to just make sure you're flipping your shrimp so that it's evenly cooked, but you definitely don't want to cook it for more than 5 to 7 minutes. This shrimp is wild caught. I also buy it at Trader Joe's, but be mindful. I understand not everybody has a Trader Joe's nearby or just doesn't have a Trader Joe's in their state. So you can definitely find a lot of these quality foods at Walmart, which I know Walmart is just all over the country. Also Costco, but you just have to make sure you read your labels. For this bowl, I want something really simple and quick. So instead of, you can use any grains you have on hand, but if you don't have any cooked grains, you can just use the Trader Joe's organic frozen brown rice, which is what I'm using. I also had frozen broccoli, so I also steamed that up in the microwave. I know, mother of the year, but this is just like a really quick meal. My kids are not yet eating shrimp, but in this case, I would have just added salmon to their bowl and they would have just ate that up. But like I said, this is a really fast and easy meal. You can also top it with hemp seeds, which is usually what I would have done, but I totally forgot to do that here. Just top it with some lemon juice and you're all good to go. Next up is my protein bowl. It is actually probably one of my favorites out of all the 6 meals. And the reason for that is because it doesn't have any meat. And fun fact, I was at some point vegan for a couple of years. However, I was very, very young and I didn't do it properly. So I just kind of gave it up. Then I became vegetarian and now I'm just eating chicken and seafood, but still no red meat in that. I don't think it will change for a long time. But anyway, I am cooking some grains here. Today we are going to be cooking quinoa. Be really aware that sprouted quinoa or anything sprouted will be definitely just more nutrient dense and have a better nutritional value just overall and be better for your body if you get anything that is sprouted. So just keep that in mind so that you are aware when you're purchasing grains and breads and tortillas. So here I'm just really following the instructions in the package to cook the quinoa. Also, you'll notice that my carrots are very colorful and I just simply get these carrots because again, they are colorful and all of the colors in veggies really are created for a reason. They do something specific in your body. So that's the reason why every time I have the opportunity to get a colorful vegetable, I do that. So I could just simply grab the organic orange bag of carrots, but I always decide to go for the colorful one because it's going to give us more nutrients. So once the quinoa is simmering a little, then you want to add the mushrooms. The mushrooms will add more water to this mix, so you definitely don't have to worry about adding more water to this. Once it's all cooked, you want to start cooking your salmon. You can use avocado oil or butter. I like to add my raw shredded carrots into the quinoa mixture just so that it steams it up a little bit, so that it's less crunchy, so that it can mix better with the entire meal. So here I'm adding again feta cheese made out of sheep's milk, and we will also top it with avocado and seeds and an egg. You'll see here in a second, but this bowl is so good. The kids love it, so it is definitely toddler approved, and you can easily just make it. This is a vegetarian bowl, but you can make it vegan if you just remove the feta cheese, and instead you can add maybe some roasted chickpeas. I mean, there's just so many options that I could go on and on and on about it. But if you guys want to see any specific meals like for plant-based people, or I mean, I wouldn't say that I know much about keto and paleo because to be honest with you, although it's great, it has really turned into a trend, and I really don't love it when things turn too much into a trend because they really get distorted and people lose the real idea of what that particular item or what that particular diet was created for. So here you'll see me frying my egg, topping it up, and I am hungry now. I really want this bowl. Here we are quickly moving on to our salmon bowl dinner, and what I did wrong here, I'll tell you, is first of all, I didn't make sure that the salmon was dry because it is thawed out. It was frozen. And the second thing that I did wrong is that I should have put the skin first, because I like to leave the skin on the pan for longer after I pull out the salmon, because it turns into like a salmon skin chip, and my husband really loves to eat that, and it's really good for your health and for your body. So if you can stomach it, I would say definitely recommend you doing that, but personally I don't like it, so I don't eat it. Then you can use any veggie of your choice, but I really love the baby cauliflower, so I'm actually just going to saute that a little bit in some oil. It doesn't have to be like thoroughly cooked. I like it to be crunchy, so I just cook it for a little bit on each side, and it's ready to go. So here, as I'm plating my salmon bowl, I just want to tell you that I actually always make a dressing for this bowl. In this video, I will only top it with lemon juice, but I always make a dressing. You might not find that dressing recipe in the comments or in the description box down below today, but be sure to come back in a couple of days. I'll be sure to write it down. I'm running really short on time today, and I have somewhere to be, so that's why I can't give you that full recipe in the description box, but definitely that is the way to eat this bowl, adding that dressing. Next up here is the tinga. This is a Mexican tinga, and if you are Mexican or Latino in general, you're going to tell me this is not how you eat tinga. I am definitely cooking it how it's normally cooked, but when I plate it, you'll see that I make it into a bowl rather than into a tostada. So instead of putting it in a bowl, traditionally we put it over a bed of, well, first we add a crispy tortilla or a tostada. like we like to call it in Mexico. And then we add a layer of beans. Then we top it with the chicken and the rest of the ingredients. And that's how we eat it, over a crunchy tortilla. But that is not how we're eating it today. Sometimes we eat it that way. Today we're gonna have it in a bowl. So again, you'll see that I modify absolutely everything we eat here. I modify just to meet our family's needs. And I think that everything that I share in my channel, it should always be taken with a grain of salt, and just know that you can absolutely take some of the ideas and just modify them to whatever best fits your family's needs or your needs. So just always know that I am not here trying to tell you that you should change anything, or that you should eat a certain way, or that you should absolutely make it the way that I make it, otherwise it's wrong. That is not what I think at all. I think that it is always good to look at, I love to watch what other people eat and buy. That's why I love the grocery hauls. And so I just kind of take bits and pieces to meet my needs. If you are still with me, thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you who have clicked on today's video, especially if you watch all the way till the end. Big thank you to my friend Jacqueline over on Cozy Home for doing this collab with me. Again, be sure to check out her video after this video. She and her family are plant-based, so she will have a couple of plant-based recipes for you guys. And if you are from her channel, again, thank you so much. Consider hitting that red subscribe button. I do create motherhood lifestyle videos, like I said before, as well as grocery hauls, healthy and quick recipes, as well as some plant content here on my channel. I'm plating here this Tinga, just adding some of the toppings, and I absolutely love it. I hope that you guys enjoy it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it.